Now on CoastTV News.
Zoom hijacks.
I don't know why people would want to do that.
Pornographic videos disrupt Fenwick Island's town meetings, how officials plan to find the culprit.
Tax shock.
It was a big jump for a lot of us.
Delaware lawmakers looking to provide relief following property reassessments across the state.
I'm tracking some stormy weather likely to hit us by midweek.
This is CoastTV News at 6.
Fenwick Island meetings just like this one, the subject of attacks. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 6. We begin tonight with a report about pornographic images popping up multiple times at government events.
If you're not familiar with the term Zoom bombing, stay with me here. That's when people join live-streamed public meetings, usually government, and then someone breaks in and puts up inappropriate words or videos. That's exactly what's happened to Fenwick Island at least 3 times this summer. Coast TV News reporter Kevin Zappe is live in Fenwick. Kevin, the town says it has safeguards in place to stop this, but people are getting through.
Maddie, Fenwick Island meetings happen right here in the Fenwick Island Council, and those meetings are also broadcast live on Zoom. And they have precautions set in place to make sure no one takes over that stream, but someone has gotten past that, and now they're playing pornographic videos. This is what a normal Fenwick Island meeting live stream looks like.
Grocery bags in it. It's nice and sturdy.
But recently, they've become something we can't show you on TV.
We open up the meeting and pornography has been transmitted over our Zoom meeting. We've been able to shut it down pretty quickly, but it's an inconvenience and it's embarrassment to all watching.
The town says it's already deleted the 3 meetings where someone played pornographic video for everyone to see. The most recent one happening on Tuesday during the Dark Sky event, leading to the Zoom link being cut off, and the town sending out a notice.
I don't know why people would want to do that. Don't really know what kind of people do that. It's terrible.
Glenn Horenberg has lived in Fenwick Island for years and says being able to see town meetings through Zoom is especially important for this area since a lot of people live here part-time.
Since COVID, it was a regular tool that we used, and it's a great communication tool that lets people who can't be there be there.
Fenwick Island police are working with an IT team to try and find the culprits.
We are actively working on getting the IP addresses of the senders of these Zoom bombs, and once we acquire the IP addresses, we'll be launching a full investigation and tracing those IP addresses back to the computers where they're coming from.
Chief Morrissey says if they find the culprit, they could face criminal charges. Now, according to the Fenwick Island mayor, if these Zoom bombings keep occurring, they may switch platforms altogether. I'm Kevin Zappe, live in Fenwick Island, Coast TV News.
Kevin mentioned Fenwick police are working with a third-party IT team. According to Fenwick's mayor, that IT team said the Zoom bombing is happening in other towns using Zoom, but didn't specify which towns exactly.
In Milford, another development is drawing attention. Coast TV News reporter Emma Aiken is in the newsroom. Emma, the plan calls for 39 townhomes.
Carlisle Lane LLC is proposing a major subdivision on Truett Avenue. This is the first time the development is being introduced to City Council, but previously the Board of Adjustment approved 32 variance requests for the proposal. Some of those include percentage of lot coverage, lot width and density, and yard sizes. Some locals we spoke with say they're frustrated with the Board of Adjustment approving what they call drastic and too many variances. And there's even a petition calling for the removal of the current Board of Adjustment members that has more than 20 signatures. Petition starter Julie Morris tells us she has concerns.
Second thing is safety, which adds into a layer of legality. This is a huge risk Milford would take by allowing these homes so close to a floodplain, a floodway, so close to a floodway.
It is important to note several agencies have not commented on the development yet, such as DelDOT, DENREC, the fire company, the police department, and after tonight's City Council meeting, the development will go to the Planning Commission. Back to you guys.
Emma, thank you. New at 6, Delaware's first openly gay elected official, John Brady, has passed away.
Brady died at home after a long illness. He was an attorney formerly working for Sussex County in government in multiple positions and was a big advocate for the Boy Scouts. In a statement, Governor Meyer called Brady a trailblazer, saying, "John fought with compassion to improve our state and touched countless lives in the process, end quote.
Let's go ahead and take a live look outside into Ocean City. Our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams joins us with a look at our forecast. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening, Maddie. And right now we are clear and just cool as a shade, so to speak. But that coolness is going to slowly whittle away as that humidity creeps back up going into the mid part of the work week. Right now in Milford, Bay Health camera, 80 degrees. That's not so bad, not too shabby. We'll drop to 75 under mostly clear skies in Milford. We're at 77 degrees right now at Bethany Beach, Ocean City, and in Lewis, 79 in Milton, 82 degrees right now in Georgetown. The winds are primarily coming out of the south-southeast, gusting up to about 15 Indian River Inlet, 14 for us in Rehoboth Beach. Now, this is the pattern we got to pay attention to. You see how these winds are coming out of the south for Tuesday and going into Wednesday? That's a setup, Charlie, a setup. And I'm going to tell you what it's setting us up for.
Thank you, Paul. Some good news for drivers. Progress being made on the North Millsboro bypass. The bypass designed to connect routes 113, 20, and 24. The first road and ramp connecting eastbound Route 20 to southbound Route 113 is now up and running, and this first opening is a long time coming in Millsboro. Construction on the bypass has been underway since 2023.
Very excited about it, and from where I live, we've been watching them build it from day one. So I'm impressed with just the all the engineering that goes into it and all the structural, it's amazing, really.
The main bypass is still under construction. Right now, DelDOT says it's set to fully open for traffic in late September. There are still detours as construction continues.
Homes in Sussex County were just reassessed for the first time in 50 years, and tax panic is leading lawmakers to hold a special session tomorrow to consider multiple bills aimed at reforming Delaware's property reassessment and protecting homeowners from what they call unaffordable tax increases. The majority of those tax dollars go to public schools.
I can tell you the schools do need the money, in particular in this area with the growth. As soon as the school's built, we're overcrowded, and so I support that the funds for the school.
The special session is at 2 p.m. tomorrow, and for much more on it, we have a full article on CoastTV.com. The Delaware Republican Party has elected a new chair. According to officials, Jean Truono will lead the party. The party states Truono is a lawyer with experience in financial services, business, and public service. This comes less than a month after former Chair Julianne Murray stepped down to be the U.S. Attorney for the District of Delaware.
Happening tonight in Georgetown, the town is considering an ordinance regarding sewer and water impact fees at 7 p.m. That is according to the agenda for the town council meeting. During previous discussions between town leaders, a decrease for impact fees for developers was being considered. The current rate sits at $7,400 per sewer and $1,099 for water.
Delawareans, get ready for some toll and DMV changes in the coming days. The toll on I-95 in Newcastle County is from $4 to $5. Same goes for Cash and Easy Pass. The Route 1 tolls in Dover and Middletown. For those with Delaware Easy Pass, it's $1.50 on weekdays, $4 on the weekends. But here's the big change. Those paying cash or who don't have a Delaware Easy Pass will now pay $2.50 and $6 respectively. All of this happening August 15th. And we are just getting started this evening.
In sports, an update on the health of one of the best Philadelphia Eagles, Landon Dickerson.
Clear for tonight, but showers are showing up by midweek. I'll show you what I'm tracking coming up.
But first, Fish Tales, a look back at the White Marlin Open, the winners, the money, and the Michael Jordan of it all when we're back in just 60 seconds.
This is Coast TV News at 6.
It's the largest billfish tournament in the world, and this year it came with a few big cheers and some big paychecks.
After a two-day extension took the tournament through Sunday, we now take a look back at the highlights and the winners. Boats, anglers, fishermen and women, and fans of all kinds descending on Ocean City this year for the White Marlin Open. But on day one of the Marlin making headlines was of a different color. The boat Barbara B and the man on the reel Drew Osmeyer snagged a Goliath 929.5-pound blue.
First White Marlin Open. First day of the first White Marlin Open, and they catch the 5th largest blue marlin.
But even though that was a massive fish, the tournament isn't called the Blue Marlin Open. It's called the White Marlin Open. And if you want the top spot on that big money board, that's the fish you want on your line. Wednesday, August 6th, Dan Goff on the boat, the Billfisher, docked up with a shot at the lead, but you gotta clear 70 pounds to qualify, and
72 pounds! We have a qualifier!
Goff's catch on day 3 of the tournament was plenty to get the Billfisher boat excited, but a lot of days remained in the event. And as Brendan Hanley, the owner of the Pure Lure and main sponsor of the event, explained, while usually fishermen would get 5 days to go out 3, because of the weather, they had to extend things, giving 7 days to fish those 3.
The conditions for the tournament were really not great.
And on day 6, a Challenger A boat with a fish and a goat on board. Michael Jordan's catch 23, cruising into port, Trey Cricket McMillan, the man who caught this white marlin. But while it did qualify, it didn't top the Billfisher. The 71-pound white would finish in second place for the category. And let's look at how all the main prize money shook out. The Billfisher catch hangs on to win a cool $3.9 million. The big blue marlin scored $1.2 million. The Sea Hab proved to be the top tuna, good for $764K. And MJ's catch 23 boat collected more than $404,000. Not to mention all the rest of the money handed out. So anyway you cast this year's tournament, it was a win for Ocean City.
I mean, it was our best week by far. I think every business in town did fantastic this week.
Economically, entertainingly, and for the winners braggadociously, as they all now have one heck of a fishtail to tell. And this brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, what do you think was the highlight of this year's White Marlin Open?
I would say the story you just did, Charlie, but let's take a look here. 69% say it is that local boat winning, the Billfisher from Ocean City. 10% say Michael Jordan. 16% say that, what do you call it, Goliath. 929.5-pound fish. And only 5% say that it was 7 days instead of 5.
Can't believe that you come in second with that fish, but you know what? He's got more than $1 million to show for it.
He's doing great.
If you want to go vote, you can do that at coasttv.com or leave a comment. You could also do it on our mobile app, and we'll show you updated results tonight on Coast TV News at 11.
Here's a look at your golf forecast, and this is no fishtail. We're expecting for it to stay pretty nice for tomorrow before that humidity and that heat steps in by midweek. Clear skies, relatively cool conditions for right now, considering the fact that we're in the middle of August. But that heat and humidity, the dog days of summer, oh, it's going to come howling back in a serious way. Now, right now, we're still on the cool side of the pillow, okay? 77 degrees, Ocean City. Dew point temperature 66, so we have an elevated amount of moisture content in the atmosphere anyway. But here's a look where we stand right now. We're at 77 in Lewis, Bethany Beach, Ocean City. As we go farther inland, a bit warmer. We're at 80 degrees, not only in Del Mar, but also in Gumboro, and 82 right now in Millsboro. Now, the dew point temperatures are slowly creeping up as well, and that's going to make a big impact on just how comfortable we're going to feel outside. Right now, it's still manageable. 68, 67, 72, it's getting into that area where it becomes a little more uncomfortable. And that's helped along with a great deal of moisture that's coming out of the southeast right now, directly off the water. It's going to really make the beaches kind of on the muggy side pretty quickly, and we may run into a little bit of fog late tonight going to early tomorrow morning as that moisture builds up. We are mainly clear for right now, and we're staying clear. We have high pressure that's in control of our weather for the most part. A little way of muddled, scattered showers actually down towards North Carolina, but I don't see that rising to the north. We have more in the way of rain like to approach us from the west. Now, I'm mentioning this so that you know I am keeping a close eye on this, but we take a look at Tropical Storm Aaron. This is Africa here. Now we're looking at becoming a Category 1 probably by Wednesday in the afternoon. Then it's going to graduate to a Category 3 hurricane. But that's really far away. This is down here towards Puerto Rico and SDR. But as far as how close it'll be to us, by Saturday, we're looking at over 1,000 miles away from us here from just the influence of that hurricane. But it'll be a Category 3, and we will watch it. And listen, expect for the tropical storms to pick up pace here in formation in the next 2 to 3 weeks. For tomorrow morning, a bit foggy for us till about 9 o'clock, but then by the afternoon, we will see temperatures climbing into the 80s with the winds primarily pushing out of the south. Tuesday morning, we'll see scattered cloud cover, a little bit of fog. Tuesday afternoon, a sprinkle, maybe near Del Mar. We have a better chance of scattered showers actually Wednesday afternoon by 2 o'clock between Milton and Lewis along the highway there and Millsboro and Long Neck briefly, and then flaring up a little bit more by the evening hours. Our muggy meter is going to start escalating pretty significantly for us as we go into the very humid category actually. And so Wednesday and Thursday, look for the hot conditions to kick in for us. Thursday, scattered showers and widespread rain. So we look for the scattered showers and the moisture building up from Chincoteague for the next 3 days. Ocean City for the next 3 days with thunderstorms expected by Thursday. And then we are especially expecting a chance of rain on Wednesday and Thursday for Lewis. Finally, here's a look at your extended forecast.
Soaring Over the Shore is sponsored by Morse Roofing and Siding.
Built to commemorate the first European settlement in Delaware, the Zwannendale Museum is a showcase of what makes up the first town in the first state, then and now. In 1631, the Dutch called Lewis Zwannendale, or Valley of the Swans. Their intent was to make this coastal town a whaling station, tobacco farm, and a venue for fur trading with Native Americans. Zwannendale has evolved, becoming the British Lewis, but this museum is designed off a town hall in the Netherlands, commemorating that rich European history. Inside, you'll learn about Lewis's military history, social changes, and maritime expertise, and sometimes maritime flops, like a shipwreck at the Roosevelt Inlet. That's one of the exhibits on the new Delaware Digital History Museum online. Once open, the museum is free, and even if you don't step inside, it's an old-timey welcome to the first town in the first state.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Eagles fans have been in a frenzy since starting guard Landon Dickerson sustained a knee injury. A crowd of 50,000 went silent when the Pro Bowler left yesterday's practice on a cart. Dickerson underwent an MRI today to try to figure out how long he'll be sidelined, and fortunately the return date in a matter of weeks, not months. The MRI determining that Dickerson damaged his meniscus, now needs to get a minor procedure done. The goal is to get him back for the season opener against the Dallas Cowboys early next month. This adds to Dickerson's extensive injury history. He blew out both ACLs in college, had a couple ankle surgeries as well, but he's only missed 4 regular season games through 4 years with Philly. Got an $80 million extension last year, a year which saw him end at his 3rd straight Pro Bowl trip. So Dickerson, when he's on the field, truly a difference maker. And that stat, by the way, just a feat that 4 other Eagles linemen have accomplished, making 3 consecutive Pro Bowls since the turn of the century. But the good news is that Dickerson should be back sooner rather than later. That'll do it for sports.
All right, our umbrella giveaway winner is Stephen Jasek of Millville. Congratulations, courtesy of Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling. Keep up with your forecast by calling our weather line 443-880-9100. Your forecast is just a call away. And here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast. 87 with a bit of fog early Tuesday morning. Then we'll see scattered clouds. Watch for scattered showers and thunderstorms, particularly in the afternoon, early evening hours for both Wednesday and Thursday. And the humidity and the heat's going to kick up as well. With all that in mind, yeah, the dog days of summer are about to come howling back.
All right, Paul, thank you, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6.
For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
The NBC Nightly News is up next.
And we're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great evening.